Hello, hello. So today we are going to make a very special dish that's called the creamy garlicky chicken curry. It's very simple. It just takes about 40 minutes to make, and it's basically with the ingredients that you have at home and some few special ingredients that I'll show you on the way. First step is to heat a pan. Chop the chicken, about 1 pound of chicken, just boneless one, and then slice it into small pieces. When the pan is hot, add a little bit of oil. I have kept the flame of the range to a high temperature. So once the oil is heated, you can start adding the chicken cubes or the chicken pieces that you had cut earlier, and then like let it get fried for some time, the chicken on one side, and then you have to flip it over to the other side. So this is the process. You need the first step. So let's add all the chicken pieces. All right, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and then add a little bit of salt and then pepper according to your taste. Salt and pepper will give you that the real kind of taste which you want from any chicken curry. So just add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So once it's turning really kind of fried on one side, then you can flip it over to the other side. A little bit of pepper, just sprinkle it over. Okay, so now it looks like the one side is now getting heated quite well. So then we will turn it to the other side. As I was saying, it takes about 10 minutes on one side, and then the other side I give another 10 minutes to get it like fried. If you want, you can add a little bit of red chili powder. That's optional. And also the coriander powder, which I'm adding a little bit. That's also an optional masala that you want, if you want to add. So basically this chicken curry can be made with just salt and pepper. But I've just added red chili powder for me to get a little bit of spicy taste, and a little bit of garam masala. But that's basically to have a little bit of spiciness. But those these three ingredients that I mentioned are basically optional. If you don't want, you don't have to add these three. So yeah, so it looks like the chicken is getting heated nicely on one side, and then we should be able to flip it over to the other side. So the temperature of the oven is kept to a high temperature. Okay, now let's flip it to the other side. It should turn really kind of golden brown. The chicken on one side should be turned nice brown, and then you can basically flip it to the other side. Yeah. So this method is good for basically for boneless chicken. So the same method can be used if you have shrimp at home. You can do the same. Instead of chicken, you can use shrimp as well. So while this chicken is getting heated, I'll show you what other things you need. You need coconut milk. This is the one. And you would also need white wine, which we will add at a later stage. We need a little bit of butter, like this much portion of salted butter, and 2 slices of cheese. Just to get the creaminess, we will use the coconut milk and the butter and the cheese. So instead of coconut milk, you can actually use just the thick cream, which you get at a superstore. You can use that as well. but I am using coconut milk. And this recipe, once it's all ready, it's basically good for having it with bread or with a roti or a chapati. So since it's garlic chicken creamy, you need garlic. So that's the garlic paste that I'll be using. So once the chicken is fully cooked and it looks like it's now fried, I'm just transferring it to another bowl. Once you have transferred all these chicken to the bowl, you add the butter, the cube that I showed you earlier, and then you would be adding the garlic, the minced garlic, not basically a garlic paste, it's a minced garlic. If you have the real garlic, you can just chop it and then smash it and then add it to the butter. Keep your cooking range temperature to a low at this stage. You don't want it to be at a high flame. Otherwise the garlic would get burnt. Alright, the butter is all well heated. So let's add the 2 spoons of the minced garlic paste. This is basically minced garlic. It's not a paste. And there are small cubes of garlic, as you can see. Mix it properly with the butter and ensure that the temperature of your range is kept low so the garlic doesn't get burnt out. So the raw smell of the garlic should just go away. Till then, just mix it along with the butter. Okay, my temperature is low, and just keep mixing the garlic with the butter. Alright, now it's time to add the wine, the white wine. So if you don't want white wine, you can actually add the chicken broth to this. Mix it properly, and with the minced garlic and the butter, mix it properly. Add a little bit of salt and pepper if you want, or you can add it at a later stage after mixing this properly. Okay, now we can add the cream. Again, mix it well. Now you can actually add the salt and pepper. Little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Once this particular base, the curry, starts boiling, you can actually add your fried chicken, which you had kept earlier aside. Mix it well again after the salt and pepper is added. Yeah, so now you can actually add your cheese, 2 slices of cheese, and again mix it properly. Yeah, these are the 2 slices of cheese that I added, and I'm mixing it well. Basically, it gives a kind of creamy look of the curry. That's the main reason of adding the cheese, the cream. Yeah, this dish goes well with your regular bread, or on a butter naan, something like that. It's nice. I think it's like the butter chicken or something like that. Now start adding the chicken cubes, the fried chicken that you had kept aside. Mix it well, and then once it's again after about 5 minutes, just keep it along with the curry for about 5 minutes, and then you can add cilantro leaves or coriander leaves if you have on top of it. And that's all, guys. It's Once it after 5 minutes, just add the cilantro leaves, coriander leaves, and then just for garnishing sake, look for the taste how it is, and finally put it to a dish and enjoy. It also goes basically it also goes well with rice as well. So if you just have a plain rice, you can have this curry along, and it's just superb. You can try it at home and see how easy it is to make. It's basically it just basically takes about 40 minutes for the entire process to finish. Yeah, it starts boiling now, and then you can actually take it to a serving dish, and then serve it along with your favorite, you know, rice or bread or any roti or naan. It goes absolutely well. It's delicious. See the cream. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.